Having a business is very difficult in today's time, but this is me along the journey of restarting my business. I did take pretty much the past year off from working my business, and the reason being is because I honestly fell out of love. So I'm sure there's probably a lot of you who have been in my same shoes, and you may be trying to decide on whether or not you want to return to business or if you just want to continue working your 9 to 5. I could say during my time off that I wasn't working or that I wasn't having my business, it allowed me to really focus in on myself, which was a plus. And it's crazy because during that time, I thought that, what am I doing? Why am I not working? It was so hard to adjust in the very beginning, but eventually I did get accustomed to not having my business and working a full-time job. So I could say that was just recently that I have started back doing both my full-time job and my business, and I've just now gotten to a place where I'm okay, I actually miss this. I miss working, and I miss having to handle business at the same time. Just being down, that's just not for me. And this isn't to discourage you. I actually recommend that you do have a business, especially you don't have to do it full time. But start part-time or start small. A quarter of your day, you can start your business. But let me just introduce you to myself. Y'all, my name is Tiara, or I also go by T. I do have a 3D sublimation printing business in which I make 3D sublimation t-shirts, not just 3D sublimation, but all sorts of t-shirts for birthday party events and more. And I also do graphic design work. That's really where I started from. And yeah, this is where I am. I have been in business, I'm going to say, since 2019, right before COVID. That's when I got my big printer. And after I got my big printer, that printer ended up selling out and did not come back in stock. I don't think it's in stock now, but thankfully I got it when I got it, because during COVID, this was definitely this came in handy. So yeah, y'all, now I am back working full-time. I actually enjoy working and having my business, but I don't see myself working for someone else full-time in the future. I'm praying and speaking into existence. You know what? That's probably what these videos are for. It's for you to speak stuff into existence. So I'm gonna start making sure that I continue making these videos, because yeah, I plan on, if it's in God's will, having my business full time and being able to do what I want to do full time. So right now I am making an order for one of our customers who have ordered from me previously. She had requested a birthday shirt for her grandmother that turned 98 years old. Yes, and so I had made her shirt, her son's shirt, and then her mom's shirt. And then after her shirt, the family saw her shirt and they were like, oh no, I want one. So she ended up ordering more shirts from me. And yeah, I'm just doing these now. This was on a Saturday, so with that, I'm up early, working. That has been my hardest thing to do, is be dedicated to my own job. I know this is a side rant, or kind of off topic, but being dedicated to my own job, to my own business, is so hard, because I feel sometimes I'm more dedicated to get up and go to my 9 to 5 job than I am my own business. And it kind of frustrates me because it's like, why do you do that? Why can't you do that same thing or put that same energy towards your own business? So here I am pretty much cutting out my shirt. If you have ever thought or wondered how sublimation shirts are made, well, this is your chance to see it happen in action. What I do is I do print out the design and then I cut around my shirt. I call this a cutout. So I end up cutting around my shirt cutout. And once I cut around it, I will then place it on top of the shirt. A lot of people, they don't use the shirt cutout like how I use it or how I do mine, but honestly I do it this way to save on ink. If I can save on ink in any way possible, I most certainly will. Like some people, they don't print out their design in the shape of a shirt. It's just like a regular rectangle. And I have done that at one point in time, but my shirt wasn't in the center and the design kind of looked squished in. So I don't know, maybe it could have just been me. I'm not too sure. So I just stuck to what I know. So with these type of shirts, you can make them all over. I do not put a insert on the inside of my shirts. I'm sure probably if you watch other people who make these shirts, they may use an insert. So I don't typically use them, or I don't use them at all on my all over shirts, the ones that are front and back. If it is a center print shirt, then yes, I will put like a piece of parchment paper on the inside. So when it comes down to pressing these shirts, I do have a 16 by 24 inch heat press. To get the exact heat press that I'm using, I will leave my Amazon storefront down below so that you can get the same one if you wanted to. But it does take me about 4 presses max to complete a side of the shirt. So whether it's the front side, if it's the back side, then it's like double that. So and each press is about a minute, so we're looking at maybe like 10-15 minutes to press a shirt, which isn't bad. And I know I typically charge about $45 for a front only, and then for front and back it's $55. So $55 minus material, and so that's about, I'm gonna say about a good, if I'm doing front only, it's about maybe $30 profit, and then front and back maybe like $35-$40 profit. So it's a really good business if you are looking to start one. I would say like finding the customers, that can be like the hardest. Well, no, that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is not finding the customers. The hardest part is doing the design, the editing, the maintaining of the websites, the finding the customers. It's all of it in one. The main hard part about making these t-shirts is the design. Like, I'm the type of person who like to design from scratch. Now, don't get me wrong, I do use templates. I use templates a lot, but my brain sometimes, it just does not work when it comes down to using a template. Like, it wants to start from scratch. So I have to work my way out of that, because honestly, that's what drained me the first time. Not only that, but I also do printouts for other people. So while at the same time I'm trying to have my own t-shirt business, I'm also teaching people how to do the same thing. So with me teaching others, I had to realize, like, my first set of students, mind you, I have taught maybe like well over, I'm gonna say 30 people, but I did have a select few that previously I had a shop, and they would stay in the shop because I would do their printouts and I'll be teaching them at the same time. And I think for them, I was looking for them to be on my level, in which they most certainly are on my level now. But during that whole process, like, it was very draining, because not only am I getting shirts, but they're getting shirts. And it's just crazy because we're all in the same city, and it's three girls I had, like, they would come in the shop, and it'll be times where as I'm doing their printout, they would be pressing their shirts. And then not only that, we have more people as well. So the fact that I live in a city where you would think that some people would be hesitant on teaching other people because they feel like, oh, this business is only for me. But it's like, no. I was literally having my business at the same time while these other girls are having their business as well. So it was a crazy experience, but I absolutely loved it. However, like I said, I was trying to get them to my level, and I think that's what really frustrated me, because I didn't have anything in place. Like, I didn't have anything mapped out as to like how I'm gonna get them there. So they really came up on me from like the jump, from the start, and was along my journey with me. So now that I am back teaching, I'm just doing it at a different pace, and I'm also doing it like at my own pace, because like I said, I want to have a business. I want people working for me, and I just realized, like, if I don't slow down, like, it's not like this isn't a race, this is a marathon, and we're building wealth. And I just realized, like, it's okay for me to slow down and take a breather. I'm not missing out on absolutely nothing. So here I am folding up my shirts. I just got in a order. I ordered different polyester shirts from my vendor. If you want to know the exact shirts that I use, you can access my vendor list. It'll take you directly to each vendor that I have associated with the link that'll take you directly there. So here I had my original shirt vendor or brand, let me say that. I had my original brand, but I noticed that some people use this brand called A4, and y'all can see before I brought it up to the camera, I showed you like the difference in the color of the whites. Like, the A4 color is like, it has this blue tint to it, and then my other brands that I use, it doesn't have the blue tint. So I believe that I pressed on this shirt before, the A4, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how the color of my pictures looked. And then I also seen somebody's shirt that had the A4, that used the A4, and I didn't like it at all. So with that being said, I'm just going to stick to the brands that I use for now. I do know with the A4 brand, it is a little bit thicker. So I don't think that the images will seep through the back of the shirt, and I think that's why people prefer that brand. But honestly, if you're more so concerned about the color and the vibrancy of the shirt, I would recommend that you use the brands in which I use. So y'all, funny story about these shirts. I got up around like 7 o'clock in the morning to make these shirts. I had to design or edit the design because 2 other people put in an order. And then I had to go to a Walmart to pick up a shirt size because my shirts wasn't going to be delivered until like 2-3 o'clock, right? So come to find out, as I'm on the very last shirt, keep in mind the last shirt is a 4X. I'm on the very last shirt, and tell me why did I realize that I spelled granny wrong on the back of the shirts? Yep. So when we talk about the frustrating part about this business, this is another one. Imagine making shirts, a bulk order of shirts, just to come to the realization that you spelled something wrong.